Hi grandkids, it's Nonna here. This next video is for your mums and dads. Anthony's going to show them how to make coffee at home.
Hi, I'm Anthony. Today we're going to have a look at coffee. A home coffee machine, how good are they? Are they as good as the cafe? Well, I say yes. We owned a cafe for a number of years and I've made over 300,000 coffees with a big commercial machine. After we sold the cafe, one of the first things I did was to go to the shop and buy one of these, and they are very good. If you buy a decent machine, it doesn't matter really what brand it is, just buy a decent one, spend a bit of money. You'll actually save money. It's a lot cheaper than going to the shops. This one's made about 7,000 coffees and it's still going strong. So let's start with what we actually need. We need coffee, obviously. We need the machine. The machine usually comes with a grinder, which is also known as a hopper. The hopper is the top part that stores the coffee. The grinder obviously grinds the coffee. And then some people use this, I'm just used to it. It's a waste unit that you're going to throw the little coffee biscuits in. Away we go. We'll get to the coffee machine in a minute, but first, the coffee itself. When you buy the coffee, you can buy it from a supermarket, let's say, or you have boutique roasters who you may prefer to order it online and they get it sent to you. I take it out of the bag, even though it's in a bag that doesn't allow sunlight in, and it looks after the coffee. When I get it home, I transfer it into a container that's airtight, and then I can put that in the cupboard. And the reason why that's important is some people say it should be left in the freezer. I disagree. Just in the cupboard is fine. But airtight's important because you don't want humidity to affect the coffee. The coffee's already been roasted and it's nice and dry, and that's how we want it to stay. Let's have a look at the coffee beans themselves. This is called a blended coffee. Usually when it's a blend, you'll notice when you hold it in your hand that there's different size beans. Some are larger than others. What happens there is the smaller beans are from the equator, the larger beans are from somewhere like South America or Africa. And they have a blend. The sweeter, smaller ones are from the equator. South America is known for its body. Africa is known for its strength. They combine all three to get a nice coffee blend. That's up to you. There are two different words you'll hear. One is Arabica and one is Robusta. The Arabica is the better of the two, and it's grown in a higher altitude. So you have to find a blend that you like. That's all that matters. When you sip it, do you like it? Let's have a look at the machine. We'll start with the water. I've taken the back door off this machine just to make it easy. The water jug comes out. I like to take this to the sink. You can also just flip a lid and pour the water directly into there. But when I take it to the sink, I can inspect it to make sure that it's nice and clean. And there's also a water filter down there. I live in Sydney, the water's excellent. But if you live in a country where the water's a little bit heavy and it makes some scale, well, you'll have to change that quite regularly. You'll have a water level reader here, and you'll quickly find out how many cups you can make by how much water's in there. This machine has two boilers. The reason why you want two boilers is because you can make milk and make the extraction at the same time. So one boiler looks after the wand, the other boiler looks after the extraction part under pressure. Another part to the machine, this is called a group handle. And this is where the coffee will live and then go into the machine. This is called a tamper, and the tamper will flatten the coffee under pressure, and that will live here and flatten the coffee off. We'll have a look at that when we're using the grinder. That's the coffee machine. You have to keep it clean, you have to wash it. You'll be able to put a cap on here, a little tablet, and clean out the coffee machine when you need to. But actually, I don't. I keep it clean just by flushing it with water. Let's have a look at the hopper. The hopper is where we're going to store the coffee. It lives up the top. It can come off, you can clean it. I suggest you do every now and again. You take the lid off and you can pour your coffee in there. The whole idea here is don't let the humidity get to your coffee. So only use the coffee that you think you're going to need for maybe a day or two, but in rainy conditions, pour it in as you need it. This is the grinder part, and it has a movable action that can determine how fine the grind is. This is trial and error. This is where you need to experiment with your machine until you get the right grind. So we can adjust the grind, whether it's coarse or fine. So adjust it where you think it needs to be. Get the group handle. Grind some of the coffee. You can feel between thumb and finger that it feels like salt. You'll feel what your coffee machine likes, and then in your adjustments you'll know straight away if it's moved just by feeling it. I then flatten it a little bit with my finger. I then hit it down on a table. That's called seating the coffee, make it drop. Then I use my tamper, side to side motion. Your tamper has to be dry so the coffee doesn't stick to it. I then tap it on the side, lets it fall off the walls. I then clean the top of it. You want the clean top so it doesn't stick to the top of your coffee machine. Then just a gentle turn, and then there we are. So we've got our shot ready. That now sits into the machine, and you'll feel it turn under pressure, sideways. Now we're ready for the extraction. So we'll turn it on. What we're looking at is, once you've turned it on, because the coffee has been compacted, it's going to take at least 3 seconds for the boiling water under pressure to come through the coffee, and then you'll see it come out. What we're looking for is a consistency like honey. You would have seen the coffee there change colour. The reason why is the first 3 seconds, the liquid that comes out has a lot of sugar. Then the next 7 seconds, the liquid that comes out has a lot of crema. And then after that, you're going to get a lot of caffeine. So this is quite a large shot. And you can see there the crema on the top, and that's what we're looking for. This is a double shot. You wouldn't use that much if you're going to make, let's say, a latte or a cappuccino, but it's a nice crema all the same. So now let's have a look at the milk. The milk should be really cold, so keep it in a fridge until you're going to use the milk. The reason why is because when the wand is inside the jug, we want time to make the milk nice, and if it's already hot or warm milk, you don't have as much time. So we start with lovely cold milk. In this case, I use full cream. So then we come to the wand, and the wand has a removable part that does need to be cleaned, and it has a little hole at the bottom. That hole at the bottom is where the steam is going to come out. Now keep in mind, it is steam. It will burn you, as steam tends to do if you're not careful. So you put it inside the jug first, and then we turn it on, and then we wait. You can hear the pressure of the machine building up, and now out comes the steam. We're looking for a circular action where we want the milk to actually turn in a circle. You can see the bubbles building, but don't worry about that. They will disappear. The kissing of the surface where you hear the loud noise at the beginning you'll know how many seconds to go for, let's say 3 seconds, and then just keep the tip of the wand under the surface of the milk, and you can see that the milk is starting to turn in a circle. The bubbles that are nearby, by the time the milk gets hot, will disappear. When the jug gets to a temperature that it's too hot to hold, my milk is ready. you'll quickly determine, because you're making it for yourself at home, on how hot you want the milk. I have some friends who want the milk scalding hot, whereas I have other friends who only want it tepid. So you have to ask your guests how hot do they want their milk. You can play with this and find out yourself. Some days I like it hotter than other days. Okay, we're getting near there where it's too hot to hold. And I'll turn the machine off. I then can tap it on the ground once, just to get rid of any excess bubbles that were just sitting on the top. And now I'm ready to pour. I keep the milk moving. I'm now ready to do a pour. So this is the shot that we did before. I'm turning it, turning it, turning it. I then pour directly into the center and swallow up all my little white bits. And there we have it. We have one latte. You'll notice that the milk on the side will slowly rise to make that latte. So there you go, making it your own coffee at home. Is it worth it? Definitely. 7,000 coffees still going strong. So you can make it the way you like. Dunky biscotti that Nonna taught you how to make. Excellent. Enjoy your day.